Welcome, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Got an Anthony Edwards here tonight, and they only made 8 of these, so this is a special one. So thanks for joining me. And I wanted to turn on the camera because I'm almost done with hopefully removing a ding here off the back of it. It's a brand new card. You know, it's a Mosaic, and it's a beautiful card. And I'll flip it over here soon. But there was a ding on the back, a factory ding. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I'm on the glass, penny sleeve on the bottom. The card is in a penny sleeve too. And if you guys can see, I got a little spot right there. Can you see that little spot? It was a big ding here, and I'm almost got it flat. So that's what I've been working on. But the goal is to grade this card. And I have been just using my corner tool, guys, on the back. I'll zoom in a little bit here. And I've been here for probably about 15-20 minutes. I took some pictures beforehand, so I'll show you. But I'm just holding the card steady. And I'm just massaging back and forth on top of that divot. And I'm not pushing super duper hard, you guys. I don't want to push through the card and, you know, shove the front of it. Put unnecessary pressure on the front foil is what I'm trying to say. And hey, you rock for watching the video, you guys. You probably like cleaning cards like I do. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and I make a few formulas that are helpful for cleaning up cards, and I also make this handy little corner tool, edge tool, ding tool. You can't get everything out, but you can usually lessen or reduce some of these dings, and I just got to assume, you know, the better you present your card and get some of these dings and dents out of it, it's just going to overall present better and hopefully squeeze a few more points out of it for a higher score. So I'll come back to this ding, you guys. While I got you, I'll show you a few things that we're going to do to it to get it prepped for grading. So when I went over it, one of the first things I noticed, you know, besides this little nick on the back, I mean, I'm getting it pretty good out of there. You see it? You can still see it a little bit in the light. But I just might have to live with it, you guys. But let me get my mat up here. So I noticed that we have a little bit of fuzz in that corner right there. A little bit of fuzz along the upper edge. And I want you guys to look at your cards like this too. Okay? So that's got to go. There's some fuzz on this edge right there by my finger. I notice there's a few specks on the front. Yeah, there's even like a little line right there. So let's go around it, you guys, first. I want to clean up these edges. Couple questions I've been asked this week, and thank you guys for always, you know, asking the questions. Is there a order you go in? So kind of. So like when you just saw me working on the back, sometimes if you're going to try to work out a little ding or a dent on a card, literally, you guys, you might have to like massage it for a long time. I mean, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 45 minutes. But anyways, I like to generally start with the edges and work my way in. So let's get started. So first, guys, I want to get a good grip on the card because I do have to hold it for this part of the process. And you guys, this right here is my trusty painter's tape, right? So let me show you what we're going to do. I'm going to hold the card. We're just going to gently go around the outer edge with the painter's tape. I find that it has just the right amount of stick to clean up those just fuzzy, stubborn edges. And next to me, guys, I have my magnification, my light, and it has a, you know, a magnifying glass in the middle. And when you look at these edges under magnification, they're quite fuzzy. So if grading is your goal, always make sure you clean up your edges. And it's not too hard, just gotta be gentle. That was a problem corner. Get all the fuzz off of it. It's like iPhone, what camera you want to use. All right, see that, guys? So it's an easy way to start on the outer edges. I still see a little bit. And look at this, you guys. You see the white? Look at all that. That's just pulled off from the outer edges. So it does add up. I just see a little bit more. All right, I like that. Now it's nice and sharp. No fuzz. But let me show you one more time. There's the fuzz. So simple, painter's tape. All right, let's move on. So before I brought on the camera, you guys, I shared I was working on the back of the card on that ding, but there is a couple just pieces of residue or just little crunchy things right there. And whenever I see that, I don't want to go, when I see an actual piece of stuff, I don't want to microfiber it because it's obviously a piece of debris and you don't want to rub it into the surface of the card. So let's just do it the safe way. I'm going to use a little bit of my spray. I'm going to use its own applicator for this. I'm just going to touch the applicator with a little bit of spray, and I'm going to wipe this area first and dry it. And I really cross my fingers that these things are not like dings or like damage to the clear coat. I hope it's just little things resting on the top. So let's take a look. So just off camera here, guys, I'm just gonna hit my applicator foam stick just a little bit. And while I got you guys, thank you so much, you guys, for all the pictures you sent this week and the cool, your PSA and BGS subs, and I saw an SGC subs, and thanking me for, helping you with the cards. Like, you guys, it just makes me feel awesome. I can't thank you enough. So if you get any more back, share them with me. I love showing them off. They just look amazing. All right, let me keep going. So the reason I'm using spray right now and not polish is because I want to remove those 3 little hard spots that I identified. I don't want to rub on them and have a chance of rubbing them across this area. How'd I do? Pardon me, guys. I just noticed that there's a little bit of fingerprints up there. All right, look at the little hard things are gone, but I do just see a little bit of just a little, it just looks a little swirly. I can just see little baby blems on there, so I am going to put a little polish on it. This corner just has a little bit of fingerprint. I did not pull this card, you guys, so I imagine whoever did just naturally touched it, which happens. And it doesn't look like they might have been wearing a glove because I can see some oils on it. But just a little spray and an applicator, cotton sware will get it off. Pardon me, guys, I'm just looking at it off camera here. It's a really good looking card. The graphics on it are sweet. It's It's like dynamite and cool stuff. Looks like a lantern. I don't know, it's fresh. So what I want to do, guys, is I want to check the back before we go any further, because I don't like to use spray then polish, spray then polish. I just want to see if there's anything else I need to do. Yep, I see a spot right there. See it? Right in the circle. And there is definitely like an abrasion or something next to his face. Let's see what we can do. The abrasion does look like it's on the surface of the card, which doesn't mean it will guarantee to come off, but if you guys have like weird marks underneath the clear coat, you just can't get to it. It's just underneath it. And if you ever remove something and you can tell you removed it, but it looks dull underneath, just come back and hit it with some polish and it will shine up. Like, I think that looks good. See that big abrasion next to his face? That's gone. But it does look a little dull there. Whatever that was, like, rubbed the clear coat a little bit, so I will polish that too. I gotta see if I can remove that above the 2020. See that? Let's just stick with the spray, because whatever's on this card is, fortunately, looks like it's pulling up. Yeah, the spray's good stuff, you guys. If you have stuff that you just, like I said, you don't want to, you need just a little lubricant to get it. Look at that. I'm so happy with that. I didn't know what the heck was next to his face. I still got that little teeny nick right there by my thumb. And I'm going to see if I can press that out any further, but sometimes, you know, I can't fix everything. But I'm really impressed that the surface cleaned up like that. So let's keep rolling. The only thing I want to do left on this one, you guys, before I give it like a final once over and put it away, is I want to see if we can polish any of these little minor little blems out. So let's switch gears here. You guys, this was my applicator that I was using for the with my spray. So I'm just gonna keep that over here and I'm just gonna change it up. I'm going to bring in the assistance of a penny sleeve. Because the card, like I said, is like brand new. It doesn't need it just needs a little bit of my polish, you guys. Just I'm going to wake up the top of it. Just use a little bit. You don't need a lot of this. I hook it up though, you guys. I mean, if you guys use my stuff, it's like I put it in a 2-ounce can. It's going to last you probably 150 probably plus cards, so you don't need to use a ton of it. Just use a little bit. But it'll just give you that little added boost if you got just weird little imperfections on the surface. Now, microfiber, I'm going to go right in and I'm going to pull this right towards the edge. On quick, off quick. It already, guys, just boosts the color and just takes away. Look at that. I can still see a little bit of this scratch right there. So let me see if we can get rid of that. Fingers crossed. And if you can't remove every bit of like a line or whatever, guys, don't feel frustrated. It's not like every single one of them comes out, but the good news is you can reduce them nicely as well. Yeah, it looks much better. I still got a little, looks like a little bit up there. And you guys, my polish, when you see me using it here, it doesn't stick to the card. So the goal is to get on there and get a good grip of whatever the heck is lingering on the front of it and remove just those little spots. And if you got a gouge into a card, you guys, it's not going to magically fix a gouge. But if you just have these little light things on the surface, it'll definitely tone them down and leave pull all the residues off the front of the card, you guys, and it'll return it to a really nice shine. So now that I worked on the treble area, I just want to match everything up. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about your cards at home, you guys, you're always welcome to take a picture and send them to me. Always happy to take a look. I think that should do it for the front, you guys. So front looks good. There's like a teeny little speck over here that I can't really do much with, but overall looks really, really good. That's not a speck on the front of the card, even though it looks like it. It's like in the prism. It's like you can see it one way, but not from the other. So it's not on the front. So that looks pretty darn good. And then the back, you guys had that line next to his face. I just want to put a quick little polish up in there to restore the shine to that spot. We should be good to go. So if you guys don't have a nice light setup, get some good lights if you're gonna clean up your cards. You gotta really take a good look, make sure you can see the imperfections and go at them the right way. And also, if you guys use my products, they're easy to use. You just want to make sure to remove everything. Like I stressed, this is not stuff that I make to leave on a card or try to hide a blemish or something. It's really hopefully to remove them. So this is looking good, you guys. I'm going to give it a once over, but the steps were just working on that ding on the back, then going around it, getting those edges cleaned up with the tape, which is easy. Using the spray to get those chunks off. Got it polished up the best we can. And then cleaned up the back. And you guys, I just want to show you something here. I'm going to finish it off with looking at it through a black light. So we're just going to go dark here for a moment. And I like a black light too, you guys, because it does, it shows you if there's anything you're missing on it. Prints will stick out, little dents and dings will stick out. No, I'm happy with the front. Bear with me, guys. I just want to complete the whole tour here. So let's look at the back. And as you guys see too, my products, like I said, they don't stick to the card, so they don't like flare up on it or show up on it. I'm happy with it. I think it looks pretty darn good. There's a couple small little things on it that I can see, but hopefully it doesn't affect the overall grading too much, you guys. So overall looks great. I'm just going to take a microfiber to it one more time and finish it up a little bit. And we'll send this in as part of the next grading submission, and hopefully it grades high, you guys. So there it is, the Anthony Edwards of 8. Beautiful, beautiful card. He's a promising young player. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.